Well, I bet you've been asking yourself, how come a pig isn't kosher? How come a pig is almost the animal that every single person knows that it is not kosher, that it is treif, that it is not allowed to be eaten at all by Jewish people? That means no bacon, that means no pork belly, that means no pork chops, that means no spare ribs, that means no ham. That means a lot of yummy stuff is a no, 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 no for Jewish people. That means that when they get that, they say, I'm sorry, that is treif. But why? But why? And it's a great, great question. Well, that's what we're going to be talking about today. So here is the Torah unwrapped, and you know there are 4 or 5 books of the Torah. Well, it just so happens in all these books, the book number 3, Vayikra, is where we find all of the rules that have to do with what animals were allowed to eat and what animals were not allowed to eat. And when you look at that, it's in a parsha called Shmini, which happens to be Rabbi Light's bar mitzvah parsha. That means on my day of my bar mitzvah, I read a lot about the animals that Jewish people are allowed to eat and are not allowed to eat. So here is what it says in the Torah. And Hashem spoke to Moses and to Aaron and said to them, Speak to the people of Israel, saying, Here are the animals that are on the earth that are kosher for you. You can eat animals that have these 2 characteristics. One, animals that have a parted or cloven or split hoof. There it is right there. Look at that. Have you ever seen an animal that has a foot that has 2 parts to it? That's one sign of a kosher animal, but there's another sign too, that animal is a grass eater, and that's called being a grass eater is called chewing the cud. So, and you have to have both these. So if I have a parted clove hoof, but I'm not a grass eater, that animal is no, 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 no. That animal is treif, 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 is lo kasher, lo kasher, lo kasher. And what if I am a grass eater, but I don't have a cloven hoof? Up again, treif, 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 lo kasher, lo kasher, lo kasher. It is not kosher. Now let's check out a pig. Look what he says. OMG. I think I'm kosher. I can't believe it. I've always wanted to be kosher. Look at my feet. That's exactly what it says. Look, that looks like a foot that has 2 pieces, a cloven hoof. That's surely a sign of a kosher animal. Oh my goodness, we've been wrong all this time. What? Wait a second, Rabbi Light. In order to be kosher, you need 2 things happening as an animal. One is you need to have a cloven or split hoof. We've got that here. But what about an animal that's a grass eater? Have you ever seen a cow just munching away? That's because he's eating his grass and he's almost throwing it up in his mouth and eating it again. Ew, it's disgusting, but it's true. That's what happens because he's got lots of stomachs. So here's the big question. We know this yes is a yes, Mrs. Piggy. You have that. But what about this? Let's check it out. Uh-oh. Look what the cow's saying. Not so fast, Mr. Piggy. You may look like a kosher animal, but if we look a bit closer, we see that you are not. Because look at this question. Do pigs chew their cud? Are pigs grass eaters? Like other animals, you'd think that pigs chew its cud or are grass eaters, just like other animals. However, it does not. The answer is no. Pigs are not grass eaters. Because according to the University of Florida, pigs have a much simpler stomach. They only have one compartment and only digest the simplest of grains. That's a little confusing, but all you need to know is that a pig has this, but doesn't have the. Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Piggy. I'm sorry you're so sad. I know you would like to be kosher, but you are treif. You are not kosher at all. You might look like you're kosher on the outside, but if we look a little closer, no, 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 you are not kosher at all. So, and that's why it says afterwards, you should not eat the camel, because camels are grass eaters, but her hoof is not split. You shall not eat the pig is also not kosher because even though it has a parted foot, it does not regurgitate its food. It's not a grass eater. For this reason, the pig is unclean to you. And that's it. That is why our Mrs. Piggy is so sad today. She wishes she was kosher, but I'm sorry, Miss Piggy, you are not.